Hey guys, this is Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist in Seattle. I wanted to start doing product reviews, and one of the first products I was very excited to review, it would be Supergoop. Supergoop I've never tried, it's been out for some time. I heard about it recently from you on social media. Also my physician assistant colleague, Gina, also brought this up and was wondering if I had this on my Amazon storefront. There are not a lot of Supergoop products on Amazon, unfortunately, but I did purchase this on their website, Supergoop. It is a very popular brand because it has mineral ingredients without making you look ghost white, and it does blend in very nicely where it's virtually invisible, which is great. So I did a first impression video on Instagram and talked about how it felt really nice on my skin after a run, and it really did blend in nicely. I got the matte screen. I know the glow is very popular, but that has chemical ingredients and I wanted to avoid that. So the matte screen, purely mineral, where it has titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. And I was really impressed by how it really did blur out your pores. Me being skin type 3, it really did blend in nicely. At first I was like, oh, it does make my skin tone look a little lighter. So, but the more I let it set in, it did blend in very well, and I didn't look like it did change my skin tone much. So skin type 3, meaning that I do have a tendency to get tan, but as you can tell, I'm not very tan right now living in Seattle, but I do have the tendency to get pretty tan coming from Hawaii. So this does blend in very nicely. My wife is also skin type 3 and she really liked it too. And it really did blend in very nicely. Someone did ask if this is similar to a BB cream, which is a blemish balm. And those are meant to moisturize, but also correct a bit in terms of your skin tone. And it did even out the skin tone to some degree. I don't think the intent is to even out skin tone. I think the intent for this is more trying to blend in as sunscreen and make it invisible, which I think it did achieve. My only criticism for it would be the price. This was $38, and you could sign up for Supergoop's initial newsletter. I think you get 10% off, but you know, that's a lot of money for a little 1.5 fluid ounce tube that I will show you. And to cover your face, we recommend a ½ teaspoon amount. So that's quite a bit of sunscreen you gotta squeeze out of this little tube. The nice thing about having a small tube is I can run with it. Like I had it in my pocket, we ran for 3.5 miles. If you're out for more than 2 hours, you definitely have to reapply. So say you're on the golf course, this will fit really nicely in your pocket or your golf bag. And at the turn, I always say reapply your sunscreen. But having this, you know, at $38, I would probably, you know, you definitely would just reserve this for your face and not use it for your arms. Have a different sunscreen that is a little bit more affordable for your arms. The EltaMD UV Aero for my arms, because I can just like easily spray a few coats on, rub it in well, and then go on with my golf round. So maybe you could pair, you know, having both of these on hand. But you know, the matte screen, it's 100% mineral sunscreen actives for all skin types, a matte finish. And it's also water and sweat resistance. The grade is 40 minutes. The max grade you can see in a sunscreen is 80. This is 40 minutes. And this is non-comedogenic. And I would say I probably would believe that it is non-comedogenic. Let's see here, does it have... My only criticism for these products is I wish they had some niacinamide in it. You know, I love niacinamide in my products, especially since I see so many people with acne-prone skin. I do like sunscreens with niacinamide, which is anti-inflammatory and thus helps with acne or prevents acne breakouts. This does not have that, and I'm not sure if any of their products do have niacinamide in them. So I would, I really do like EltaMD's UV Clear for that reason, because they have that ingredient in it. So that is still supreme in terms of ingredients. This one, big plus for being mineral sunscreen. So overall, I'd say this is an 8 out of 10. I would give it a thumbs up for sure. Price does ding it 2 points. I just got it out of the box and here we go. Supergoop matte screen. Here we go. So not a lot in the bottle to begin with. So I'm gonna squirt a small amount because I don't wanna waste this. So it comes out really nice. It's almost like a whipped up frosting. Very silky smooth. The color initially reminded me of TIZO or TIZO, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's also a mineral-based sunscreen with tint. And it just reminds me of it, but it's actually silkier. It has a very nice silky texture to it. My wife described it as sheer. See how it just blends in. It's invisible without any change in my skin tone. And it actually doesn't give it a shiny look at all to my hand. And so that's the hope for the face, is this matte look. So I like it. It's a good start. After my 3.5 mile run with my wife, I didn't run, it stayed in, it set in really nicely. On the box, it does mention that it's a nice primer to hold onto makeup. So when you put on sunscreen, you wanna have a routine in the morning. I always recommend cleanse your face, put on a serum if you want, which fights free radicals and is full of antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, and that will fight free radicals you pick up from pollution, sunlight. And after that, you apply a moisturizer to hold it and seal it in. And then following your moisturizer, you can apply a sunscreen like Supergoop. And then after that, you put on your makeup if you're gonna have a special event, you're going to work, and this is a nice primer for your makeup. I'm gonna do another video on Supergoop's setting powder, which is really nice. It's a nice concept, which we'll talk about very soon. And I'm excited to talk about it. And it's a really neat concept that I wish I came up with. But yeah, we'll stay tuned on another video on Supergoop's setting powder. A lot is going on in the world right now, and this video is being filmed during the protests, which I am all for. Peaceful protests. Protest is what changes the world. It brings on meaningful, important change. Just like how I think COVID-19, this pandemic, will bring meaningful change in some way. Good changes, not just bad. I know there's a lot of hurt and ugliness in the world right now, but I think we can pull through and find some good, meaningful change. But please be safe, and we'll continue to do product reviews throughout this time, but I just want to tell you all that I hope that it doesn't mean that I'm insensitive anyway to what is going on in the world. I just want to keep producing content that is helpful and helps you use your hard-earned money in a wise way, because I always do my research for whatever I buy, no matter what financial state. I want to make sure that whatever I buy is quality and has good value for my money, because we all work very hard on a daily basis. We have children to take care of, we have family, we have friends we want to show our support and love for, and our small businesses. So we want to be smart with our money, but also protect our skin, because we want to be healthy. And health, you can argue, is everything besides family. Take care, everyone. Peace.